With 80% of the U.S. population living near a coastline, many communities' electric power could be generated by renewable offshore wind resources. Yet, while Europe has more than 5,400 offshore wind turbines in operation, the U.S. only has 7, all situated on the country's east coast. High wind speeds and shallow waters that characterize the Atlantic coast mean that the East Coast is primed for activity with recent approval of Vineyard Wind, the country's first commercial offshore wind farm. But exploiting the wind resources off America's western states is not plain sailing. The Pacific Ocean's outer continental shelf quickly falls away into depths of more than 60 meters, making the ocean unsuitable for traditional fixed-bottom wind turbines. But there is a solution emerging. Enter floating offshore wind technology. This nascent technology sees a 1,500-ton turbine that's equivalent to the weight of around 10 blue whales, mounted on a floating platform moored to the seabed. With no limit on how tall they can go, they are increasingly viewed as a solution to harness wind energy in deep waters. Kincardine in Scotland connected all its 6 turbines to the grid in August 2021. It is the largest operational floating offshore wind farm in the world, with a capacity of 50 megawatts, enough electricity to power approximately 55,000 Scottish homes. New projects are being proposed across Europe and Asia. In 2022, an EU-funded project led by Iberdrola will see the largest single turbine generating a capacity of 10 megawatts installed in Norwegian waters. In the U.S., 2 locations in California have been identified for commercial-scale offshore floating developments. Together, they could bring 4.6 gigawatts of clean energy to the grid, enough to power 1.6 million American homes. Floating offshore wind has the potential to access 58% of America's wind resources. The technology needed for its successful rollout is quickly evolving and becoming more efficient and cost-effective. Its development at a utility scale is looking likely as early as 2024. For the Biden-Harris administration, these new developments will help them keep on track to reach 30 gigawatts of offshore wind by 2030. More widely, global forecasts predict the growth of floating offshore wind to rise from 100 megawatts today to 250 gigawatts by 2050, demonstrating the vast potential this technology has to open up uncharted waters and help the world transition to a clean energy economy.